Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our show today. I'm going to host. The name of this show is with Tom Gordon and Josie Roy. Conversations with Tom Gordon, Newcastle County Exec, and Miss Josie Roy. They are not here today. They got me to fill in for the last minute. Josie Roy both of them, I believe, are taking a much needed break. You know, they come on the fourth Sunday of every month, and Josie's on 2 and 3 shows all year. They're working with Newcastle County, doing great work in Newcastle County. I know Mr. Tom Gordon, who is a retired police officer, chief of police, and then moved into the Newcastle County Executive's office, serving over 10 years. I believe he's in his third term, which is a historic for Newcastle County. And of course, we all know Josie Roy. I've hosted with her a lot, and I want to give a shout out to them right now. Happy holidays, and happy holidays to all of y'all out there in TV land. You know, we come to the end of the year. I think this is their last show of the year. So they'll be back the fourth Sunday of January at this time. Again, I'm Linwood Jackson. I'll be hosting the show today, and we are going to talk about all of the great things that's going on in Newcastle County over the years. Newcastle County, they're doing a lot of things like Mr. Tom Gordon is starting, they're building a brand new state-of-the-art library. He started the heron trap program. There's just a lot of things going on out there, not to mention all of the parks in Newcastle County that they're rebuilding and revitalizing for everybody, the citizens of Delaware, to enjoy. And, we can't talk enough about that. Some of the parks, the Carousel Park, you got Rockwood Museum, and today we have our guest on the show who volunteered out to some of the parks out there and throughout Newcastle County. And the government runs by the people for the people. And so we appreciate all of the volunteers that's worked through these parks and the services throughout Newcastle County. And today we just want to talk to a couple of them. And we have them here today. I want to introduce our first guest, who is Cher Chandler. We have Cher Chandler here. She brought her son, Malachi Chandler, and introduced Tiffany and Tikiera, right? I don't know your last names. Pratcher. That's right. And they are twins, ladies and gentlemen. They got me all confused up in here. But you guys, welcome to the show, first off. Conversations with Tom Gordon and Josie Roy. I am Linwood Jackson, the host today. And tell us, Cher, you volunteer often with Newcastle County. Is that correct?
That is correct. I first started volunteering with Susan Eggert a couple years ago. And now she knows that she can call me at the last minute and I will surely try to jump in and help out. So over the course of 2015, I did a lot of volunteer work with Susan at a couple of the parks.
At a couple of the parks. You want to, Rockwood?
Rockwood Ice Cream Festival. I did the holiday tours recently last weekend. I was also Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer a couple weekends ago for the Christmas holiday tour, the meeting with Santa. My son and I also did Sleeping Under the Stars this year in the Country Spring Festival.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of work, and we certainly appreciate all of that. I actually visited Rockwood and Carousel. There's a lot of parks out there. We have Glasgow Park, and well, tell us about your experience at Rockwood. Now, I hear they got some ghosts out there. Is that right?
That's what they say. You definitely, during the Rockwood Mansion for the holiday tours, I had the privilege of being in one of the bedrooms of one of the Brenhurst sisters. And we know that Mr. Shipley left that to the Brenhurst family. And Mary Brenhurst was actually the last living person in Rockwood Mansion. She died at 100 years of age.
Wow.
And people do say that they still see and feel Mary. You definitely feel something when you're in there. But I didn't, so that's why I stayed. So, but it's a very good experience volunteering, because not only are you helping people, but even being at Rockwood, you learn a lot of history while you're there. So it has a lot of benefits.
Yeah, that's right. And you took your son with you. Malachi, did you like Rockwood?
Yes, I like Rockwood. It's fun.
Uh-huh, you had a lot of fun
Yes.
volunteering. You going back?
I think so. I hope so.
What are some of the things you learned while volunteering at Rockwood?
I learned, well, I didn't really go to the mansion with my mom, but I did do Sleeping Under the Stars. I don't really know if I learned anything there, but I did stay the night at Sleeping Under the Stars.
Uh-huh. And did you help, did you put up tents?
Yes,
And
me
sleeping
and my
up-
mom helped help people put up their tents.
So you had a lot of fun working with your mother.
Yes.
You have brothers and sisters?
No.
So you're an only son? And you had fun fellowshipping with your mother out there at Rockwood Park, and sleeping under the stars. I understand you were the reindeer, you did the...
Well, reindeer was at Rockwood recently. Sleeping Under the Stars, when we volunteered, well, we did learn something. We learned how to set up tents. That
Right,
was our
right.
first time. And I like that because I don't even have a tent. So it was nice that Newcastle County, for families who do not have tents, you had the opportunity to borrow one. So really, you know, it encourages families to get out. You can't really say, well, I don't have, or, you know, everything's provided there for you. It was our first time spending the night. Usually we volunteer, so I told my son, you know what, this year we're not only going to volunteer, we're going to actually stay the night for Sleeping Under the Stars.
I know that's right, and that's a great thing. We're going to move on to Tiffany and Tikiera, our twin sisters here today. Now, you guys are volunteering in the community a lot, and you're working with Newcastle County as well. Tell us about your experience volunteering with Newcastle County.
Well, my experience, it was fun because I never did it before. This was my first time. It was good meeting new people and getting to interact with different people.
Tiffany?
This was my first time as well, and it was an experience because you like meet new people and you get to see like what like you're fortunate to have and other people aren't. So you get to like spread that holiday cheer to those who are in need. And yeah.
And brightening the lives of other people, seniors and young people as well, and just helping out the community and making the community a better place to be. Because I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, without volunteers, you know, a lot wouldn't get done. Volunteers do a lot of work out in the community. We need volunteers. I volunteer often myself with the AARP, the March of Dimes, for example. And, you know, we started out young. I started in the Boy Scouts, actually. And are you a Boy Scout, Malachi?
No.
Not yet? Girl Scouts? Any Girl Scouts here?
Yes.
Are you really? What's the name of your Girl Scout troop?
I'm not sure.
You forgot. What do you do in the Girl Scouts? What do you learn as Girl Scouts? You sell cookies?
Yes.
You got any cookies with you?
No,
I
cookie
always
season
buy
didn't start
cookies.
yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
But I'm sorry.
Well, we do like a couple years ago. We made cards at a nursery home, and we just like have trips and stuff that teach us about like Girl Scouts and different life things that we need to know as we grow and develop. That's
You have any Girl Scout badges?
yes.
What kind? Which ones?
Arts and crafts. Yeah. Community service.
Well, you know, that's very good because I know at Carousel they have the horses out there, the home to the Newcastle County Mounted Patrol. Sergeant Mary Devine is doing a great job out there. You know, they have the horse riding, and I believe that the Girl Scouts can get their riding badges out at Carousel. Are you aware of that? You ride horses?
No,
No?
That's good to know.
Not yet?
not yet.
Have you been to Carousel?
No.
You've been to Carousel?
Definitely several times.
What do you think about the animals out there?
Oh, it's beautiful. The peacocks, the rabbits, they have all kinds of animals out there, and it's free to go. My son and I went a few times, and the staff are on hand. They tell you a little bit of history with the animals. mating seasons, that you learn so much while you're there, not just to enjoy the animals, but you learn a lot.
I know that's right. I spent a lot of time out Carousel Park myself. They had a big turtle and the llamas and the ducks and the geese and the water pond, the bark park. The bark park. I'd never seen so many dogs in my life. A walking trail. Did you go on the walking trail?
Not when we were volunteering. We were volunteering a couple of times, and so no, we didn't do the walking trail.
And you know they have the hay rides out there at Carousel Park. And matter of fact, I'm gonna give a shout out to the hay ride drivers, Mr. Eddie and Jeff, my friends of mine. They drive the tractor that pulls the hay ride around the park. It's a gigantic park. And I don't know how big it is, but it's pretty huge. And as volunteers, you get to enjoy some of the services and learn a lot about the animals in this case. And you guys are all over the place. Newcastle County is a big county. There's a lot of parks. I know I was out in Glasgow Park. Over the summer, they had the dancing, the National Dance Day at Glasgow Park. I think it was something like 10,000 people out there. They were serving food, the food trucks, and a lot of dancers. Everybody knows I enjoy dancing myself, and it was just fascinating to me to see all these different types of dances at Glasgow Park this year. I'm sure Mr. Gordon's going to do it again next year. I think this was the third year that they had National Dance Day in the park, and that was at Glasgow Park. And that was, as a matter of fact, Mr. Tom Gordon brought me to the stage. Actually, I wanted to thank him today. I'm gonna give a shout out to Mr. Gordon. Thanks again. I'll come to the stage anytime. And I introduced Rick Shepard of the world famous Drifters, came up and sang Under the Boardwalk out at Glasgow Park on dancing National Dance Day. That was a crowning moment in my career, actually. But all of the parks out in Newcastle County, is so much going on. Yet they have a magazine. I'm gonna hold it up a little bit. Happenings Magazine, Newcastle County Happening Magazine, and let you know everything is so much going on. As a matter of fact, if you have projects, yoga classes. I know a friend of mine does yoga, and she does it in the libraries throughout Newcastle County. The PAL centers throughout Newcastle County. Is all kinds of opportunities out there for Newcastle County citizens to enjoy. Like the Girl Scouts. I'm sure they have their meetings at some of these places, the Newcastle County buildings, and sleeping under the stars. It's just a great opportunity for young folks and old folks alike. All right, I'll put my hand up on the old folk thing. But I just enjoy the parks out there. Tell us, what are you planning on doing for next year? You ready for next year?
Yes. I plan to volunteer more, because I think that it's an excellent way to give back to the community and give to those who are in need and less fortunate than you are. So, yeah, I would love to get out there and volunteer more.
You going with your aunt?
Yes.
You guys, you're in the 9th grade, 10th grade?
9th.
What school do you ladies go to?
Hudson.
Hudson?
Yes.
And
Howard.
Howard. Now, you guys are twins. Why you don't go to the same school? Any reason?
Because we wanted our separate identities.
Okay. That'll work. I guess you get that a lot as twins, huh? They want to tie you all together, but you're two individuals.
Yes.
And what do you want to be when you get, what are you going to college? What are you taking up in college?
I'm thinking about culinary arts.
Culinary art? You cook?
Yes.
There you. All right now. And?
I'm thinking about early childhood education.
Early childhood education. I'll tell you what, man, volunteering does so much for our youth. It encourages them and inspires them to do so much and reach higher. I'm proud of you ladies, and I want to thank you on behalf of Newcastle County Tom Gordon. I'm sure he would be saying that if he was here, that for your services to the community. It goes without measure. We need more help, and if you want to volunteer, you can get on newcastlecounty.org website and volunteer for some of these programs that they have going on throughout the year. All kinds of programs. We just named a lot of them that you can learn from and you benefit from as well. While you're there in some of these parks, for example, you get to participate in some of the sports and fellowship with other Newcastle County citizens as well. It just goes without saying. It's just a lot of fun. I know also at Newcastle County Park, they have a lot of baseball fields, world-class tennis going on out there. That I was talking to the tennis instructor. I didn't know he played professionally for a lot of years, and now he's out there teaching tennis at Newcastle County Park. I think they have like 4 baseball fields. You can go out and play baseball. They have 2 hardball fields out there, soccer field, and it goes on and on and on. But you got to go out and take advantage of these opportunities, though. You can get out into the park with fresh air with these animals and just fellowship with other people, man. It has some fun with the Newcastle County residents like yourself. Malachi, you don't play baseball yet, buddy?
No.
You plan on when you get bigger?
I actually want to play soccer.
Oh, you like soccer? Football. There's football in England, you know. But soccer over here in America. You like soccer?
Yes.
Well, you have to go out to Newcastle County Park, where they have the soccer field out there. And one day, have you been there yet? Newcastle County?
Not that I know
Banning
of.
Park. We've watched it at Banning Park.
Banning Park?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade. My man, you getting up there, buddy. And you know your nieces, or you guys are nieces and nephews, I suppose, but our family here are in the Girl Scouts, man, and I joined the Boy Scouts, and I'm giving a shout out to Desiree McCrae now, who's the Boy Scout director, and she can, look you guys up if you can. Get out and get some of those badges, man, them merit badges for volunteering. And you ladies got to get in the horseback ride. Those horses are gigantic, aren't they?
Yes, they are. The Clydesdale.
The Clydesdale, Newcastle County Mounted Patrol Clydesdales. They're all in all the parades. Again, shout out to Sergeant Mary Devine, who was running a fine operation out there. But all of these horses, all different kind of horses. I've never seen so many horses. All different kind of horses out there, and I didn't know how big they were. But speaking of Newcastle County Mounted Patrol, I was talking to Sergeant Devine, and she says, they use these animals to foster and build relationships with the people.
Yes.
Because I've never seen nobody run out and touch a police car.
Right.
A hunk of steel. But when these animals, these horses are walking up and down in the parades and through the city streets, you can go up and pet them.
Yes.
The kids are just drawn to them, it seems like. And so it's a good thing out there. You guys go out and check out Carousel Park and all of these wonderful animals out there for your enjoyment. You walk around and my boy Eddie and Jeffrey will ride you around on the hay ride, because it is a big park. If you don't feel like walking at all, and a lot of people do, just get on the hay ride, and they spend the nights out there for the night under the stars. Malachi was sharing his experience under the stars, fellowshipping with his mother. And I remember, camping out with my mom when we was coming up. And when I was your age, to be honest with you, I did the same thing. And I remember all the way up until this day, it's a beautiful experience to have with your children out there in open air. It's a lot of bad things going on out in our state, our great but small state of Delaware. But there's some great things going on too. But if you don't get out there and enjoy them, it'll fly right by you. Right. Just like this time is going on right now. I do want to thank Josie Roy for inviting me on the show, and Mr. Newcastle County Executive Tom Gordon. We want to wish everybody out there a happy holidays. We got 2016 is coming on strong. You guys ready?
We're ready. And I also want to say thank you to yourself, to Josie Roy, and also to the county exec for providing these free programs for all of us to take advantage of.
You
Thank
guys, it's a pleasure. Malachi, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to Miss Josie and Executive Tom Gordon for how my mom said, having these programs out for people who want to go, and they're free, so you don't have to spend any money. You could just go there.
That's a very good point, Malachi. You're absolutely right. Free programs out there. You don't have to pay anything, if much of anything. Most of the programs are free. Tiffany, got any shout outs?
Just like to say thank you for the opportunity to have me on the show, and for volunteering, and I hope to do it again in
Well,
the new year.
hey, you know what? I know Newcastle County appreciates your service, and especially young folks. You got anything you want to share with your classmates? Maybe you can get to bring some of them with you. What would you tell your classmates to get them to come out and volunteer?
Don't think of it as like, oh, you're being forced to do it. Think of it as something that you want to do, and think of it as you want to give back to the community and help those out that are less fortunate than you are. Like, don't just be like self-centered and be like, oh, I don't want to go, da 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 da. I have everything that I need, when it's people out there in the world that don't have what you have. So.
I know that's right. That's some great advice, and you learn so much, you get so much self-esteem. It's like the more you give, the more you get. That's what I find, in life. You give a lot, you get a lot. Tikiera, what would you tell your friends that maybe convince them to come out and volunteer like you and your sister?
I would just say it's fun. Don't think of it as, oh, everybody's, I don't do that because none of my friends do that. No, stand out, be different. It's okay to be different. You don't want to be like everybody else. So volunteering helps you get out and see new things and new opportunities.
You're absolutely right. I concur wholeheartedly. Also, we was talking about the animals out at the park, the sports teams out at the parks. They also have farmers markets all summer. You go out and you get fresh fruits and vegetables at most all of these parks. You can set up stand. They're taking vendors. If you want to be a vendor and sell some food at the park, just look at go to the NewcastleCounty.org website and sign up. You got the permits, so you can learn how to set up tables if you want to get in the farmers market, if you want to have meetings at the libraries, on and on and on. It's just a wealth of information on NewcastleCounty.org. For your pleasure, and don't forget to sign up and volunteer as well. I had to mention those farmers markets because I enjoy those fruits and vegetables personally. Every year, we go out there all summer and grab some fresh. It doesn't get any better. It's a park near you. Somewhere in Newcastle County, there's a park near you. Just roll on over there and get these fresh fruits and vegetables. We're coming down to the couple moments here. We got a few minutes left, and you guys know I do have my show here on Comcast Channel 28, the Urban Compass, with Linwood Jackson, and then we had the radio show, the Linwood Jackson radio show, 2 to 3 on every Sunday. The television's every Friday. You can tune in and check us out, and I'm looking forward to having you guys speak on my shows as well. Would you come on my show and talk?
Definitely.
Yes.
Can I also, there's a great friend of mine that volunteered also with us. When I was Rudolph, she was also an elf. We kind of are linked to the state of Delaware, and she's not here today because she was sick, and she was a great elf.
What's her name?
And that's Gloria Benson.
Gloria Benson, get
yes.
well soon.
Yes.
We appreciate all of your services to Newcastle County, and we want to wish everybody out there in TV land a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You guys want to Merry Christmas and Happy New Year?
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tom Gordon, Newcastle County Executive, and Josie Roy. Hey, I'm looking forward to doing it again. Give me a little heads up next time, and we'll do it again. Tune in, ladies and gentlemen, to Conversations with County Executive Tom Gordon and Josie Roy, the 4th Sunday of every month, and they'll be back next month, January. On that end, I just want to thank you very, very, very much again, and you guys have a great and safe holiday, and we'll see you on next year. Thank you very much.
To me, I gotta see him. I need to breathe him. That's my baby. Don't call me crazy.